I'm looking at children's movies in this. I am an adult making content for an adult. This video is not for children. Hello guys, it's your boy Kion Prince, and earlier I rated my Lion King and Lion Guard DVDs and kind of compared them, and now I'm gonna do my Bambi ones because they're both ones I have a lot of, and I think it's really interesting to see the differences between them. So we are going to, much like the other ones, start with the Blu-ray of Bambi. I bought all of these secondhand, actually. Well, no, that's a lie. One of them was bought for me as a gift straight from Wally World, I believe. But here we have the Blu-ray. This was bought used, not sealed. And it's from 2017. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like this cover. The back is okay. I think this picture of Bambi is kind of cute, but it's very bland. I get it's supposed to be winter and stuff, but I don't know, just feels kind of boring in my personal opinion. So this was supposed to have a digital code. It did not, but what it actually did have, despite being used and opened, was this. And I think that's really neat. There's a name for it, but I don't remember what it is. But yeah, it's like a copy of a painting of Bambi and Thumper, and I think that's super neat. I am curious if whoever got this, bought it new, sniped the digital code, and then like sold it to the store I bought it from. But we have boring DVDs, which is a rampant issue with newer DVDs. They're so boring, straight bland colors, but so is the case, so I guess it matches the case. Actually, it matches the color scheme of the case. Probably my least favorite out of all my Bambi copies. I'm gonna be honest about that. Next up, we have Bambi Platinum Edition. I really like this cover, actually. It has Lobsol on the back. Love to see it. It has more intriguing colors than the next one I'm gonna look at. This is a heavy head disc too. It has some screen caps. This one is like two different colors. Don't know why. In the middle it just like changes color. Oh, I'm fucking stupid. It says before and restored. So I'm just fucking stupid. It's supposed to look like that. Let's take a look inside. Oh, actually, I remember this. Okay, these DVDs, fucking adorable. Okay, this came out in 2005. Look at this. I opened this in the store because it was used and unsealed. I audibly gasped when I saw these DVDs. These are so cute. And this is why I shame boring DVDs of recent years, because this is adorable. Why would you not want this? This is why it's so hefty though, is because there's all of these. But something that's actually really cool in here is this, and it just kind of has advertisements. But so this DVD came out in 2005, and Bambi 2 came out in 2006, and there's actually an advertisement for Bambi 2 in this. And it's actually old enough that it was still called Bambi and the Great Prince of the Forest, which was the original title for it before they rechanged it. Rechanged it? What? Renamed it. this is so cool to me. I love Bambi 2. I saw it in full, when I can remember it anyways, before I ever saw Bambi 1. It is one of my favorite movies. I like it better than Bambi 1. When I first saw this, I thought about framing it, and I'm gonna be honest, I still kind of do want to frame this. Like, this is so neat to me. Like, I love that. It's so cool to me to see that. So that's probably, this one right here, I'm gonna say, is probably my favorite out of my DVDs, but we'll take a look. So then there's this one, which has the same clip art of Bambi, just flipped. And this one, it's still, I like the DVD, but it just, I like these colors. I feel like there's more happening. And Lapsol's in it. I can't get mad at Lapsol, okay? I love seeing Lapsol. He's just so majestic. So, Thumper is a different PNG. Flower is not. In fact, they even still have like the same flowers at his feet. I think that's interesting. This one is from 2011. My aunt bought it for me, probably in 2011. And it also has 2 discs. Not as cute as the other one, but still, they're not boring. So these are still cute. Like, especially this one. Like, sorry, Thumper, Flower, I love you, but you're not Bambi, and you never will be. Look at him. He's so cute. Look at his little round cheeks. I love that. So yeah, this is definitely my favorite. This is all the Bambi DVDs I have. Way less than Straight Up Lying. Oh, actually, I think it's only one less. Not as much diversity. This one's my favorite. Second least. And I will pull these back out later. But we're gonna move on to the Bambi 2 DVDs for now. So we're gonna start with Blu-ray, and there isn't a whole, I'm gonna say right now, there isn't a whole lot of differentiation between the cover art for the Bambi 2s. But, dude, I love this. That's so cute. They're so cute. I love them. I love their little father-son bonding. It's so cute. So this, oh no, why are you doing that? Actually, that might be a seal. I bought this sealed but used. But it was already, like, it hadn't been opened. Which means I got the digital code. So pumped about that. If there is one movie I want to watch on an airplane, it's Bambi 2. And boring DVDs. Even Bambi 2 is not immune to boring DVDs, unfortunately. So here in this cover we have Bambi in front, Thumper and his sisters, Friend Owl, Flower, and then Lapsol in the back. But there's a blue hue to this cover. This cover has a blue hue to it, and we'll touch on that later. But this is essentially the formula for all the Bambi 2 covers. Next, we have this one. This is the version, this isn't the exact copy, but a family friend gave me a copy of this like forever ago, and I was fucking in love with it, obviously. Still am. This is one I bought again because the original copy I had skipped, but this is what the original copy looked like. And it says, son's courage, father's love. And as you can see, this one is more green. And I kind of like that. I feel like this one makes Lapsol feel too distant. This one makes him feel more present, which I guess arguably could be the part of the movie plot, but I like him being more present in it. He looks majestic. I feel like you should be able to see him in all his majestic glory. The back has some cute screen caps. I love this picture. Them up at the top. Very cute. This one came out in, so this one came out in 2017, the Blu-ray. This one came out in 2006, so this is probably one of the initial releases. This might have been the, like, first edition of this DVD. And look at that. So cute. Look at that. Look at that. It's so cute. Like, why don't we do this anymore? Let me just do this first. Because it's hard because it's, like, holographic. But, like, it's such a cute DVD. Why don't they make DVDs like that anymore? I'm sure they do, but it's not very common. This is probably my most favorite DVD out of all of the ones we have. If I remember rightly, out of all the Bambi 2 DVDs, I think this one's my favorite. It's just so cute. For the, like, original Bambi DVDs, the Platinum Edition is my favorite DVDs, which is also my favorite cover. But there's that. Then the last copy I have is DVD edition. Not really sure what that means. Maybe there's a VHS of this? I don't think so. Let me actually... No, I don't think there's a VHS of this. This is on DVD. So I don't know what DVD edition means. Because it came out as a DVD. It's not like Lion King or Bambi, where it was once VHS. Is that so? That's your opinion on it? I don't know why it says DVD edition. Maybe just make it seem cooler. So here, Labasol actually, has that blue hue, although it's more of like an aqua hue. But he's actually more like the original Bambi style, kind of, sort of. He's sharper. He's not in the same style as he is in the movie, which he looks cool, but I think that this was definitely a right choice because it looks more, it's him. It's actually the style that they used. I don't know if this was like a concept and that's why he doesn't look right. In this one, Thumper Sisters, gone. Bambi is actually looking up at Labasol as opposed to off to the side like he is in this one. And this one was released in 2011. So I don't know why it says DVD edition. Maybe they were releasing Blu-ray. No, that's 2017. Maybe they did release some Blu-ray versions in 2011. I don't know. I'm very confused. Maybe that is why. Maybe they didn't even make Blu-rays of this necessarily, but maybe because it seems like 2011 was when they were making a lot of Blu-rays. Maybe this was to separate the DVDs from Blu-rays, and maybe that's what that meant. Because I believe with The Lion King, there's DVD edition, and there's Diamond edition with Blu-ray and all that, or whatever it's called. So I wonder if that's why, to separate it. And maybe there is a 2011 Bambi 2 Blu-ray. I don't know, but maybe that is the difference. The bag, adorable. Probably my favorite bag out of all these. I mean, well, actually, it's a close call between these two. But it's Bambi with his father. It's not the movie style. It's not a screenshot. This was drawn for this. It was like clip art. It's not the same style. It's kind of similar to the Lion King 2 DVD, except I think it works better here. Maybe because there's like an actual light source, so it makes sense that it's so weird and shiny. But it's cute. And now DVD. No, it's boring. You were doing so good. And then you hit a boring DVD. But yeah, I feel like these covers are probably the most interesting to me. Oh my gosh, stop doing that. I feel like the Bambi 2 covers are probably the most interesting. And I wonder if this one, like his tail is up, I wonder if this one is an earlier concept to this one. I don't know why they made these differences. I don't know why they removed Thumper's sisters, and I don't know why they used a different PNG for lab salt. And then this one is like an in-between of the two. You have lab salt, but he's the right style, and but he's also kind of blue. Oh yeah, this one doesn't also have that beam of light like these two do. I don't know, it's just kind of bizarre, the differences between these ones. But out of them, this is probably my favorite cover. Not my favorite back. Probably my least favorite back. It's still cute, but probably my least favorite out of the backs. Favorite DVD, by far. The other ones are so boring. This is my favorite DVD out of all of them. This is my second favorite. Like I said, I'm not vibing as much with this Lapsol. He looks like he's from a different movie than this one, which I think it's like his older style, but I'm not sure, because I'm not sure if he ever looked like that in Bambi 1. He might have. I can't remember. I watch this way more often than I watch that. Don't get me wrong, Bambi 1, masterpiece for its time. And still kind of is a masterpiece. Like, you don't get this kind of animation anymore, and it's incredible what they could do for that, it's just mind-boggling. But it's kind of boring for my brain. There's not enough happening for most of the time. It's hard to explain. It's just not, it doesn't captivate me as much. So it's harder for me to sit through and watch. I love this one because I guess it is more modern, so there's not as much, of the, I don't know how to explain it. There's just more happening, usually. I just also like the story of Bambi 2. I feel like it's just an interesting story, and it explores, the aftermath on a family when a parent dies, and I think that's interesting. I mean, I've never experienced that to know how accurate of, a representation it is, but I just really like this movie. Which, I love Bambi, and it's because of this movie, and not this one. I'm sorry, Bambi 1, but I love Bambi because of Bambi 2. But, my second favorite case, it's my favorite back. It is. I can't even rank the DVDs because they're both boring. For these ones. I guess this one because it has more happening. So, second favorite case, favorite back. Second favorite DVD. I guess. Least favorite case, not by much, because again, there's not much differentiation. Just not a big fan of the style change that they put on Lapsol. He has a tail in this one. I might have mentioned that already, I can't remember. He actually has a tail in this one. Which I guess is also, he seems more alert here, whereas here he seems more stoic. But this also has a different catchphrase, tagline. This one says, "A son's courage, a father's love." This one says, "As heartwarming as the original." I like this better. This one's just a review. This one, I feel like, is a good, encompassment of this movie. If you had to fit this movie into a 6-word story, I feel like that's a good way to do it. Second favorite back. Very cute backs. Least favorite DVD. It's very boring. Okay. Now, unlike Lion King, I have VHSs. I bought these at the same store as I bought all of these. both of these were bought at the resale store. This one wasn't. Here. This entire pile was bought at a resale store. Some of them in the same visit. So they might think I'm a little cray-cray, to be honest. But, oh yeah, spines. I like this spine better. It has him and his dad. It doesn't match the Disney formula for spines as much, but it's a cute spine. And I like this spine the most out of these DVDs because these ones are like the same, just zoomed in. This one is actually different. But I have VHSs. So I bought these in the same trip. And I'm going to start with this one because I believe this one was the first. It has seen everything. I can't remember when this came out, but I believe this is the first edition of VHS Bambi. I wish I could remember. I'll have to put it up somewhere, but these don't have, as far as I can tell, these don't really have dates on them. Some of them do. This one does. This one does not. I can't remember. I think it's 1980 something, though. But I'll have to look it up later. So this one is a cute cover. It has, you know, interestingly, it's like this but not. Which all of these Bambi covers, except for the last one, have him with a butterfly, which is interesting. Like, I know he looks at a butterfly on his tail, I know that. I just find it interesting that all the covers went for that. Well, almost all of them. But the thing I do like about this case, it is cute. And Lab-Sol, again, we have Lab-Sol in the background. It wraps around. The entire design kind of wraps around a little bit. They kind of cheat with a tree, but it's the same tree. And it's just like, color. We aren't going to talk about that. We're gonna talk about it. Okay, I'm curious. 72. Bambi 2 is 72. And this one says 70. Do they all say 70? All the DVDs? I think all the DVDs say 70. What does it say? But this actually, like, when I was Googling, I think the first Bambi tape came out in, like, 1982. Bambi itself came out in, like, 1940. This might sound stupid, but I did not realize, how did they watch it? Like, obviously, I think they went to, like, a movie theater. I think movie theaters were a thing to watch, like, the viewing. But do the movie theaters just, like, keep doing viewings every once in a while? How do people watch this? Or did you have to watch it when it was playing, and then if you didn't see it, you were screwed until the VHSs came out? How did that work? Let me know if you know. I'm sure there is an explanation. I'm sure that isn't the way it happened, is they just watched it once in theater and never again until 1980. But the tape. Obviously, tapes are always going to be a little boring with their covers. I mean, well, that's not true. I guess it depends on how old it is, but Dora the Explorer tapes, bright orange. I had some bright blue Blues Clues tapes. They don't have to be boring, but this is really old, so that's probably why this one is. Again, no date on this, but I'm pretty sure it came out in whenever comes up on the screen, based on my Googling, but no date that I can read or see. Which is kind of interesting that they didn't date things, but also kind of sad. Because now I have to just hope Google's right. It'd be so interesting to know, like, exactly how old this thing is. But the original animated classic. So this is the classics version. But this is my favorite VHS cover right here. Much more happening. And look at how cute he looks. This is the first Bambi cover that's not Bambi 2. Bambi 2 doesn't have it, but the first Bambi cover that doesn't have the butterfly formula. He's just existing. He's so cute. We have deers fighting back here. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be Bambi and Rano. I'm assuming so, or maybe it's just random deers fighting. But the back, I do kind of like this back better. But I like this spine better because it's just a cuter, I think this is a way cuter PNG than any of the other, well, actually, it's similar to this one, but this one has more fluff. He has more, like, visible fluff. This is my cutest PNG, I think, of all the Bambi films I own, including the Bambi 2 ones. And then the VHS. When comparing, I mean, there's not a whole lot to go off of, but I think this one is a little better. This design is cool. I just feel like they should have done this, like, black on white look. But unlike the other one, this one has a date. Lo and behold, this one has a date. 1997. Which is remarkable that this one has a date on it, because it doesn't have a date anywhere else but here. Not even on the case, much like the other one. It's only on that one spot on the tape, and no, this tape doesn't have it. I should get a tape player and watch these, because I think it'd be an interesting experience to experience it on tape. And look, actually, I lied. It came out in 2022. I wonder what that number actually means, though. Interesting. So, yeah, this is my favorite cover, probably in general, out of all my Bambi copies. I think that's my favorite cover. I might even like it more. Okay, can you imagine if they used this, but with this PNG instead of this one? That'd be adorable, actually. I would have loved that. They should have done that. You know what? They should hire me at Disney to make DVD covers instead. But only for Bambi. Only for Bambi 2. Which, I mean, not gonna lie, it looks like they could use some inspiration for Bambi 2 covers. But yeah, those are my Bambi DVDs. No! And I think, and VHSs. And my opinions of them. Again, you know, no one might care, but I just think that it's interesting to see the differences between the same copies of not the same copies, but the same movie. I just find that I think it's interesting that they go through so many different changes, except for the Bambi 2. Except the Bambi 2 cover interests me even more, because it's literally like the same thing, but not every single time. there we are. All my Bambi DVDs and VHSs and my Bambi. You've seen him if you watch me. You saw him being freed from his prison. Thank you, Sue. I still love him. He's adorable. Genuinely love this place.